Hi, this is Jim Mann with Homestyle Southern Cooking. So nice to be back in the home with you again today. Today, I know it's Homestyle Southern Cooking, but we're going to do a recipe that's more of a European type recipe. We're going to do an olive tapenade, and if you love olives like I do, I think you'll love this. Several years ago, I was in Spain, and everywhere you go for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, they bring you bowls and bowls of olives because it's one of the capitals of the world for olives to be grown. Yellow olives, green olives. So I just ate olives like crazy. So today I'm going to start off. I bought some in the store. These are already cut in half of regular green olives. Then I've got some black olives. I've got some capers. I've already cut these capers in half. And if you don't know what capers are, this is what they look like. Capers are from the Mediterranean Sea. There's a bush called a caper bush. And these are actually the pods that develop before the flower. So they pick them before they flower and put them in a salt to make the capers. And a lot of people use them, especially in cooking and for flavoring. And then I've got a tablespoon of minced garlic. I've got some parsley, and I've got the juice of 1 lemon. So we're going to start off right now. I'm just going to take my green olives right here, and I'm dumping right on my board. And we're just going to start chopping them up a little bit. I want to get these into tiny pieces chopped all over my board right here. So I'm going to just go back and forth until I get them all chopped up. Okay, I've pretty much got my green ones all chopped up here. So I'm going to take my green ones that I have chopped up, and I've got a bowl right here, and I'm going to actually put them right in my bowl. They're pretty well chopped. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the very same thing. I'm going to take my black olives. It's maybe a little bit more difficult because they might want to go rolling, so I may just do a few at a time here. We get these on the board, and then we'll start chopping these up. Okay, I've got all my black olives chopped up now. Then we'll put them together. And I didn't tell you, it's about almost a cup in each one of those bowls. 3/4 of a cup or a cup. I wasn't real precise because I used the whole bottle of olives that came in, and I used the whole can of olives, so I wasn't really precise. Now, I'm going to take my capers, like I told you. I've got 2 tablespoons of the capers, and I'll put my capers in here also. Okay? I've got a tablespoon of minced garlic. Put that in there also. Okay. Now, and also I've got the juice of 1 lemon. We'll put that in there. Now, I've got some fresh parsley here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and I'm going to try to roll it up as much as I can. A little ball. And I'm going to cut some fresh parsley off here. Okay, I probably got 2 good-sized tablespoons of chopped parsley here. And I'm going to take my chopped parsley, and I'm going to add that along to my mess here in my bowl. Put that in here. Okay. Set my cutting board aside. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some salt and pepper in here. Now I'm going to use sea salt because I just like sea salt. And this is strictly to taste. Now I'm going to mix this up just a little bit. But the last thing I'm going to put in here is olive oil. And olive oil I'm going to put I'm just going to sort of sight it. I might see if that's going to be enough. Now, some people put anchovies in here. If you want to put anchovies in here, you can put anchovies also. It's just a matter of your preference, what you want to use in your olive tapenade, okay? All right, now, what I'm going to do is I got me a plate, And I cut me some bread. And now I'm going to take my olive tapenade. I'm going to put it right here in this little bowl. And if you had a couple extra olives, you might want to lay an olive too on the top of this. And then I've got my serving knife. And how lovely to offer guests when they come to your house with a bottle of wine, sit down and just chat. This would be good on bread or crackers, either one. So let's just give it a taste and see. Of course, the best case scenario, I've had a glass of wine here with me, but I'm going to take a piece of the bread. Take my spreader, spread some on here. Wow. For cocktails, a great hors d'oeuvre to fix, and so simple. You saw how quick we made it. Let me tell you a funny story. My birthday is at Christmas time, and I was in Spain at Christmas time, and I was staying in Malaga and Torremolinos at the south, and I wanted to go to Seville because I understand that Seville on Christmas Eve they had a great big program, beautiful service. So there were three of us, so we thought we'd get in the car and we'd drive to Seville for my birthday for the midnight service. We left early in the morning so we could stop along the way. But the story I want to tell you is we got about 3/4 away and we were hungry. We saw this little place in the middle of nowhere and 100 cars out there. So we said, it must be good because of all the cars. So we went in and it was just a plain open room and they had big tables and people were just lined around the tables fixing their plate. And they had big, huge pieces of bread. And at the end of the table, there were 2 huge tubs with big knives in them. And people were taking the white and spreading it all over the bread. And then they were putting all this tapenade, olives and tapenade and meat and everything on, and going back to their table and eat it. So we thought, when in Rome, do as the Romans. So we just said we'd follow them. So we got our bread and lathered it up with the white, put all the olives and everything on and got back to the table and bit into it. And we realized that what we saw was lard. And we asked about it, and it was unprocessed pig fat. Needless to say, it was horrible. And we went back and got other bread, just put olive on it. So I guess the moral of the story is sometimes when you're in Rome, don't do as the Romans. You question first. But anyhow, I'm glad I got to bring you that little story. I appreciate you following me on Facebook and subscribing to me on YouTube. And as I've been telling you recently, at the bottom, there's a subscribe and a bell. If you'll hit both of those, you'll subscribe and you'll never miss another episode that I bring you. Thank you so much for your support. Try this. This is something a little bit different than I brought you, and it's a great hors d'oeuvre to have any time of year. And like I said, with a bottle of wine, you'll think you're somewhere on the Mediterranean. Until next time, this is Jim in Mexico saying you take care of yourself. God bless.